It's cause I love it. Hey yo, we going out of control. Come on. I make it bounce so hard, baby, I just can't help myself.
Hi guys, welcome back. So we were just wrapping up before we went to break about one of our clients and that he was feeling like the people he was reaching out to, that he kind of liked their picture but he didn't like their bio. So we were just saying,
they were jaded.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people on there are, so it's kind of hard to judge. Exactly. I feel like no matter what, you do want your bio to really do sound terrific, but in the end, I mean, that could be a trick too. Yeah. Somebody could like have this fantastic bio and seem so happy, and then you meet them and you're like, wow.
What happened there?
I feel like if you do have a slight attraction to the person, I still think that you should try to reach out, because you never know what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's just go into it with a positive attitude and not a negative one. And if you're unsure if you do have a negative attitude, call us. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you with that. We're here to tell you, okay, you know what, maybe don't say that. Maybe say this. You know, just whatever it is that you need, whatever guidance you need, we want to help you be successful sooner than later. Is what it basically boils down to.
Also, too, sometimes seeing the perspective of the other person, like I thank God I actually have a love listener at my disposal.
So, me too.
So that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're going through stuff, you can really only see your point of view.
Exactly.
So to have someone else say what the other side, like even with the client that I was talking to today, and I was like, you know, all of your things that you're saying are completely valid, but think about like he's scared too.
Exactly. And understanding that that person has feelings, especially for women. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of women think that men don't care.
Yeah,
you know, or tough. because they don't usually wear their emotions on their sleeve, and they're not usually emotional beings that way. I think a lot of women think that they don't care, where the reality is they do a lot.
Yeah, they just don't know how to show
all
it.
the way in.
Yeah, they don't know how to show it all the way.
Yeah.
As maybe as easy as women do.
Yeah,
so
well, I think that's probably a little societal as well.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you're never supposed to see a man cry or anything of that.
Yeah, and they're raised to believe that.
Exactly, but they do have feelings, and they have really deep-rooted feelings, and don't always assume that because he didn't say it the way you would have said it or showed it the way you would have showed it, that he doesn't care, right? I think a lot of women make that mistake.
Yeah, I read a quote today about that as well, that like, we just met, so give me the opportunity to learn how you want to be loved.
Exactly.
Because I don't know you, right? I don't know how you want to be loved just yet. So give me the opportunity to learn about you and learn how you want to be loved. Because I just met you. I don't know yet, right?
Exactly.
So
I don't know how to please you.
And even if you are in a relationship, tap into what really makes your person happy, so that you can give them their best life, through you.
Yeah.
Even though every day is not going to be, sunny.
Sunshine and rose petals.
Yeah.
But a majority of your days can be good. They don't have to be bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't have to be bad.
Absolutely. And you do have to work at it. Like, we're always talking about, watering and, caring for it and taking good care of it, and it will be something beautiful. And if you just leave it there and be like, oh, well, it comes up every year anyways, it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. You could have a beautiful relationship, whether you're searching for one or currently in one that isn't the best. So we do have a tweet. Got a little tweet. Okay, so I have been on OkCupid for over a year, and recently a girl from St. Catharines asked me to meet her at Tim Hortons. Should I meet her? I've been ditched before, and St. Catharines is a long way to go to get stood up again.
Yikes.
Could we meet halfway?
Is there a halfway? Is that not on the table, to maybe meet halfway? So I see his dilemma with that.
Sure,
that's a long way to go for you to not show.
Well, I think that you should definitely have a conversation with her and feel out how serious she is. You'll know if you feel like she's kind of being
standoffish.
Yeah, or not like 100% all in, then, but I would still, even if she does sound all the way in, I would still ask if we could meet halfway for the first time. Because we talk about this with
Shared
people.
responsibility is also nice.
We talk about our clients in regards to this all the time about geographical boundaries. Yeah. The person that you may fall in love with may not be living on your street or even in your neighborhood.
Chances are he doesn't or she doesn't.
It would only be not worth it for you if you went to St. Catharines and she wasn't the person that you were looking for or stood you up. Mm-hmm. But if she is, then St. Catharines will be worth the drive every single time.
Every day.
Yeah, you will go there in traffic. You will go there in a snowstorm. It only becomes not worth it if the person isn't. But if that person is a half an hour or even an hour outside of where you thought you were going to date, who cares if the person's worth it?
It's worth a try.
I feel like you should, regardless, I think that you should always try.
He's shy because of getting let down last time. Like, that's pretty tough to go all the way out like an hour away and then you don't show.
Yeah, you have to.
I see why you're gun shy, but you also technically have nothing to lose. I mean, I guess gas money, but
it might be worth it.
Exactly. We have to look at a glass half full, right, not empty. So if it works, then it's worth it. But even if it doesn't work, then oh well, next.
I remember I talked to a client some time ago, and she had met somebody, and he lived a little bit farther than she wanted. And I said to her, like, Carol, like, go out there and like see what's gonna happen. Like, I know you don't like driving on the highway at night, so make a date for the first time.
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, she's gonna give it a try. So I'm like, okay, good. She ends up calling back like maybe a month later to just be like, oh my gosh, Natasha, thank you so much for encouraging me to go out there. We have completely hit it off. I've met his friends. We've planned a trip. She actually got to share New Year's Eve with somebody. And she said she doesn't remember the last time she had a New Year's Eve kiss at midnight. And she drove to his house in the dark, which she said she would never do.
On the highway, which she said she would never do.
In fog.
Yeah.
And that is like a legit story. Like and now it's like, and ever since she's been really happy, and I haven't heard from her, so I would assume her relationship is going well, or she would have reached out. Yeah. So it's like, if you never take a chance, then you're never going to know.
You never win if you don't take a chance.
Yeah. I always think too, when things fail, it's for a reason, and it's usually because there's something better.
Yeah. It's to better you in some sort of way.
Yeah.
It usually is.
So I always think, like, you know what? That other girl stood you up because she wasn't meant for you, but someone else very well could be that does live a little further. So you can't rule that out.
Exactly. That's a wonderful way of looking at it. She wasn't for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think that's pretty cool. So good luck. And keep us posted. Do tweet us back to let us know if it was worth the drive to St. Catharines.
Absolutely. I hope it is.
Thank you very much for your tweet.
Yeah,
I think that what you were saying earlier, people are constantly highlighting everything that they don't want, that they completely forget to rule in everything that they do want.
Highlight the things that you want.
Yeah.
Highlight the things that are great. But so, again, like I said before, it's difficult when you've been out there putting yourself out there time and time again. You're getting beat down. You're not finding success. So it just jades you, and it makes it difficult for you to go out there and meet somebody new with a positive attitude because you feel like you're going to be let down again.
Yeah.
So I get the human psychology behind it, but here's what we're here for. We're here to help you understand that what it is. Get some tunnel vision, see the bridge, and scoot over it.
Yeah.
You need to start thinking to yourself, I can't wait to get over this. I can't wait to meet the whomever of my life, man or woman of my dreams. Instead of thinking it's never going to happen. Because if you think it's never going to happen, guess what?
Yeah.
It probably will never happen.
That's what sets the successful people to the non-successful people
Yeah.
is just the belief that it is going to happen.
Absolutely.
So, and then exactly, instead of feeling down about like, oh, this isn't working, and then unbeknownst to you, your insecurity or your depression over the whole thing will come out, and then that's when you start saying like, well, I'm not looking for this, and I'm not looking for that, and I'm not
Exactly.
looking for this, and then the other person's thinking like, man, I didn't think it was gonna go like this.
And you don't realize it because you're not doing it on purpose.
Yeah, it's just coming out.
Yeah.
In desperation.
Yeah, you're not doing it on purpose. I'm assuming most people aren't putting their negative attitudes out there on purpose. You don't realize that you're doing it,
Nobody
right? You
would
don't
ever do
realize
that. No one would
exactly.
ever do
But
that.
that's your cue. Your cue is when you're doing something, you've been doing it for a lengthy period of time, and you're not successful. It's at that point that you need to contact someone and figure out there has to be something standing in my way. What is that? That's when you want to call a love listener to be like, okay, I've been on countless first dates, and I've been in 3 different marriages, and they all end miserably in the exact same way.
What if you can't even get to the marriage part? I
Right,
think if somebody
that too.
could find 3 people to marry them, you're good. You just need to work out a little bit. But there's some
Yeah,
people
there's some
out
people
there
that can't get
searching
to the
that,
date, yeah.
that are dying inside that want to be in a successful relationship and don't think it's them, and then they're just doing the same thing over and over.
It's insanity.
Right.
Textbook definition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Like,
Which we
yeah.
like always talk about.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here too, right? Like we're not here to browbeat you. Like Nicole
No.
said, like, oh, everything you're doing is wrong. Like, no, there's gonna be some things that you need qualified. Like
Yeah.
you are doing that right. That is an
Yeah.
amazing response to
What
that.
we really want to do is point out all the things that you are doing right, so it gives you confidence to minimize the things that you are doing wrong.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So if you're feeling confident, you're feeling great about yourself.
Oh, man.
That energy is so contagious, and it's so pleasing to another person that's meeting you for the first time. You have no idea. So, and also because now you're so confident and feeling really great about yourself, it's going to minimize all the things that are holding you back because you're feeling so much better.
And please don't confuse confidence with being cocky.
Yeah,
There's a difference. What we're talking about when we talk about confidence is like happy.
Yes.
You feel good inside.
Positive.
You feel positive and happy, and you know that you're going to be successful at this because you are a great person and you deserve someone else to complement your life.
Absolutely.
So not confident where you're just thinking about like, oh, I'm such an amazing catch, anybody would want me. It's so
That's
deeper
cocky,
than
and
that
it's a little bit of a turnoff for most people.
for a stranger.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to break, and we will return.
Be back.